So the backbone of this whole project is the 3D printer, and there are some attachments and some add-ons that I added to make it work for this, which the first one is this this camera mount. And the camera mount literally just holds a camera that looks down and takes photos of the papers. The second part, this is probably the coolest physical part. It's a pen holder, and it's attached to the actual like moving part of the 3D printer, the tool head. And what it does is it uses these screws and holds onto a pen, and then it has a little spring inside of it, so it's allowed to move up and down. And what this does is it lets the pen have like a constant pressure onto the print bed. And then the last parts are these markers, which go in the corners and just hold the paper down so that it doesn't wiggle around while it's drawing on it. And how it does that is there's a little hole inside of them, which lets me put a magnet into it while it's printing. And there's a top and bottom part, both which have magnets. The heart really of this whole project is the Raspberry Pi that I have, and it's up at the top. It's held on by the rubber bands. It takes a picture with the camera of the whole piece of paper, and after it takes a picture, then it runs it through a software that basically finds lines and finds writing spaces on the page. So then it sends all that to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT responds with text that corresponds to each box, right? And so after it gets that text, it uses the handwriting generator, which is not my code. I found it somewhere, but it's super useful. It's like a type of machine learning, and it sends the text, which then gets converted into handwriting images. And so the handwriting images then have to be positioned correctly, first of all, and then second of all, they have to be converted into the type of like information type of like code that the printer actually wants to receive. And that's really where the markers become useful. So the markers, the reason why they look like that is the camera does a really good job recognizing that type of image because there's a lot of contrast between black and white. So the camera can pick up those markers and find the center of them. And because the center is at the same spot every time, because it has a magnet inside of it, we can map the like pixels from the image onto actual physical coordinates on the 3D printer's bed. So then all you have to do is like line up the images, the handwriting images correctly, and then send them to the printer, and that's literally it.